welcome to the sports here on Pulse with me, Oreko Ampo. For today, I'm joined by Mr. Ken Amadume, who is the activity coordinator at the Roman Ridge School, and he is also the general secretary of the International School Sports Association of Ghana, popularly known as Eyesight. And today, we're going to be talking about, the whole Eyesight, school organization and the competitions, how it started, and what they are looking to do in terms of future plans. Remember, the 13th edition would be coming off this weekend, and it's a pleasure to have you here, Mr. Ken.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Ken, so let's talk through, the whole ISAC association and what birthed the idea. Has been going on for 13 editions now. How did it all start for ISAC?
Okay, so ISAC is International School Sports Association of Ghana. It's about, let me say, it's just a friendly association of international schools across Accra, Tema, and Kumasi. Currently, we are about 16 schools. Now we decided to come together and engage ourselves in the sporting activities.
Okay, so let's talk about the activities that you did state right now. What are some of the sporting disciplines that happens throughout this ISAC competitions?
All right, we have all the traditional games that we play here. We have the soccer, the basketball, the handball, table tennis, swimming, athletics, field hockey, and so on and so forth.
So what is the format for the games? Are they all played at the same time or they're played at separate times?
All right, thank you so much. We have they are played annually, and we decided to put one major sport together with lesser sports one. I will tell you why we did that. We have a calendar for all the games. For instance, when school resumes in September, we have soccer, tennis, and handball. Those games are played in October. Then in November, we have swimming, volleyball, and table tennis. When we break off for the Christmas break, we come back like we are in January now. We have hockey and then field, hockey and then basketball. Then we crown the whole year with athletics, which is always held at Elwak Sports Stadium. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the challenges that you faced over this period. Certainly, starting something new in Ghana, it's never easy. And what has been some of your major hurdles that you faced as an association trying to organize these games for schools?
Right. So, like I was saying, the challenges we're having is that all our games are based on one day. Yeah, and we felt that it's not a good thing to do because ISAC is actually growing. Like I did mention earlier, we were just 4, 5 schools. And those days we were playing games on one day. Now we are about 14 to 16 schools. And we felt that it should be 2 days. But then every school that joins ISAC pays an affiliation fee. It's the same affiliation fee is what we use to run the tournament. So sometimes it's very difficult to even play 2 days. Yeah, those are the challenges that we have. So imagine we have a sponsor that comes and say, okay, fine, we're going to use 2 days and 3 days. That case is going to be in a relaxed mood. But because we don't have a sponsorship from anywhere, those are the things we are managing with.
Yeah, certainly there. But you did mention 16 schools right now. You started with 4, 5 schools, and now you are 16. Can you tell us some of the schools, the 16 that will probably be participating tomorrow and Saturday?
Okay. We have Ghana Christian High School, Ghana International School, Akosobo International School, the Roma Ridge School, Galaxy International School, Met International School, and the others. And the others, yeah.
Of course, you cannot mention all the 16, but it's going to be a very interesting one. But let's talk about the games proper. And, it's always good to involve the young ones around in these sports and disciplines because you never know the type of talent that can come out. Over the years, we've seen various national team stars being born with these ISAC games. Most recently, Abeku Jackson, who represented Ghana at the Olympic Games. Yeah, he started with the ISAC Games with swimming. Who are some of these other young ones who have use this Eyesight as a good platform to, move into the next level for their sport ambitions?
Okay, for now, it will be very difficult to even get you some names. The reason being that sometimes, because this school is an international school, somebody complete upper 6 or form 5, and he or she moves to the States. So it will be difficult to track all of them. Abeku is just born here. He did had all his schools here. That is why we're able to track him. Yeah, but we've been hearing from them outside. Some of them have made it to some of the MBA clubs in their various universities, and then some are also doing very well in their other schools in athletics. Yeah, so there are 1 or 2 names that we can mention, and we say Isaac actually shaped them to reach wherever they've got into. Yeah.
Let's come back to the tournament format. You did earlier state that you intentionally put a big sport in each quarter, of the games. Can you tell us what exactly, went into that decision?
For instance, soccer is a big game. Table tennis or tennis is not a big game. And as a matter of fact, it's not all schools that play tennis. So if you bring soccer and basketball together, they are 2 big games. You are going to disturb our students because some of them cuts across all the sporting disciplines. There's somebody who plays soccer for his school, the same person plays basketball for his school, the same person plays handball for his school. So we decided making sure that, okay, the lesser sports are also getting recognition. And as a matter of fact, they don't need a lot of people involved in those sports. Soccer, if a school is coming with soccer team, you are bringing about 20 people. But if you are coming with a tennis team, you are bringing 2 or 3 maximum, so that you'll be able to make it. So we decided placing it that so that by the end of the day, time is actually utilized very well. Because if we bring basketball, we bring soccer, I don't think we'll be able to finish on one day. But tennis, out of about 14 schools or 16 schools, we only have 5 people playing tennis. And at the end of the day, within 4 or 5 hours, tennis tournament is over. But soccer travels even up to the next day. Yeah. So imagine if you bring basketball in addition. Come on, 3 days or 4 days, we will not be able to finish. Yeah, that is why we decided pairing the major sports with the smaller ones.
So let's come back to the organizational structure of Eyesight, and currently you are the general secretary. Can you talk us through how you became the general secretary, and probably what you do, and in terms of your responsibilities, and how long probably your term would be?
Okay, thank you so much. The organization of tournaments and then administration is handled by member schools, and it's on a rotational basis. When we started, it started from Ghana International School. I can remember that then she was the head of departments, Hajia Zenabu Akutu. Yeah, she was the general secretary, and then the then principal was, is it Mrs. Nyate? The principal then was the chairperson. So she worked for some number of years, then it went to SOS. And the general secretary was Michael Odro. His term of office was 3 years. Then it came back to what? Romary School. Yeah, so it's on rotational basis and it's voluntary basis per se. That is to say nobody gets paid if you are the Eyesight chairperson or you are the general secretary. So every term we have 3 years for each term. After my term is even ended. Somewhere by the close of 2020, my term will be ended. Then the next person will also succeed me, and he or she will also rule for the next 3 years. When it comes to organization, for instance, everything that will go on tomorrow and Saturday depends on the general secretary. The schools, that is where the secretariat is found, helps you with logistics. For instance, my school, Romary School, my principal, the principal PA helps me with everything that is needed to run the association. We need money to do this, we want to do this, we want to do this. She organizes everything for me. Mine is to make sure I get officiating officials, the grounds and everything ready for the tournament. And that is what we do. That is the, the duty of the general secretary. You organize periodic meetings, technical meetings, and the general meetings. The technical meetings are the meetings that involves all the PE personnel from the various schools, where you meet and talk about the technicalities of all the games. Yeah. The general meetings is where we have all the principals meeting. Of course, when you want to talk about money, you need to invite the principals. Yeah, those are the things we do. So the general secretary has a lot to do. Yeah.
Certainly a lot to do there, but let's quickly wrap up with the Future School Sports Association of Ghana, Mr. Kenda. We came live from the Roman Ridge School, talking about how Eyesight did come up and what they do dream of in terms of the vision of the association. Remember that tomorrow on Friday would be the preliminary round for the Eyesight Games, basketball and volleyball, as the teams would be getting ready for the tournament proper on Saturday. So you can make your way to either the University of Ghana Legon tomorrow for the preliminary round or for the main tournament itself on Saturday at the Ghana International School. But that would be wrapping it up for the sport here on Pulse with me, Oreku Ampofo.